श्रीमान मुंबईच्या स्कूल में आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है।
Okay. Come. Amakji, bye. Ramana.
श्रीविघ्नराजं भजे
श्रीविघ्नराजं भजे
श्रीविघ्नराजं भजे
श्रीविघ्नराजं भजेऽहं 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 भजे
ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಂಬನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಂಬನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಂಬನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಂಬನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ನಿಕ್ಕುತ ಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ಕಾಲ್ಗಳ ಧ್ವನಿಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ನಿಕ್ಕುತ ಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ಕಾಲ್ಗಳ ಧ್ವನಿಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತ ಸಜ್ಜನ ಸಾಧು ಪೂಜೆಯ ಬೇಳೆಗೆ ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆಯೊಳಗಿನ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆಯಂತೆ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ
A universal scripture applicable to the people of all temperaments for all times. It is a sacred text with sublime thoughts and practical instructions on yoga, devotion, Vedanta and action. So here I call our primary section children reciting the 15th Adhyaya, that is Purushottama Yoga of Bhagavad Gita.
नमः श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलतः अश्वत्थं पाल्यव्ययं छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् अधश्चोदं पशुदातस्य शाता गुणब्धवेत्तानि च याज्ञवालाः परिमालितव्यं यस्मिन् तथावरितं दन्ति भूयः तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यद्यः प्रवृत्ति प्रसुता पुराणी निर्माणमोह सन्तरोषा अध्यात्मदित्यां दुर्वृत्ततानाः नैनृत्ता सुदुःखसंज्ञै गच्छन्त्यभूरा पदमाव्ययन्त तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्भासरिवर्तन्ते तद्धावरमं मम ममैवासो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनश्चानीन्द्रियाणि दृष्टानि पर्षदि शरीरं यदवातोति यच्चाप्युत्थानतीश्वरः गृहीतैतानि संयाति वायुं गन्धानि वाशयात् श्रोत्रैतक्षुषर्षदन्त रसनं ज्ञान एव च अनिष्टायमनष्टायम् अनुतसेवते उत्तमन्तं ददम्बादि गुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विभूतानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ते ज्ञानचतुर्षः यतन्तो योगिराशैरं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्त्रोऽप्यदुमात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्तरे सदः मोदादे तदनन्तेजो यदर्भासते दिनम् चन्दमसि यच्छान्यो तत्तेजो विद्धि मामदं दामामिष्यतभूतानि कारयाद्यमोदसा पुष्यामि रसदि सर्वा सोरो भूतां न साप्नतः अमे जानवो रुद्रा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणमारुत्य चतुर्विधं सर्वस्य चाहं मृजं विष्णो मत्तस्वलिन्नानभवो मनै च वेदै च सर्वैयमेरवेद्यु वेदान्तद्वित्वेरदेव चाहं दाविमो दुरुषो लोके सरस्यार्जन एव च सरस्वर्वाणि भूतानि भूतस्भोचलपोच्यते हम पुरुषस्तन्यः धर्मानेत्युदालितः यो लोक अयमाविश्य विभक्तं ईश्वरः तस्मादतीतोऽहम् असृजाचितोत्तमम् अवदोऽस्मि देवे च खड्गः पुरुषोत्तमम् यो मामेव वसाम्बूरो जालाप्निजिषोत्तमम् स सर्वभद्रिणां सर्वभारे अबाधत्वम् शातम् इदमुतं मया धृत एतद्बोधा बोधिमांस्यः बुद्धं च मारत ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः श्री ओं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु ओं शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
We remember His Holiness Vibhudesha Tirtha Swamiji of Admar Mutt and offer welcome to His Holiness Sugunendra Tirtha Swamiji and also His Holiness Sushrinda Tirtha Swamiji. Welcome Swamiji to our institute. Doing dharma is akin to breathing, as one would never stop breathing. As one would never stop breathing, one should not stop following dharma. Sri Puttige Matta is one among the 8 mattas that was established by Madhvacharya to perform rituals to Lord Sri Krishna at Sri Krishna Mutt, Udupi, and to propagate Dvaita philosophy. The main branch of Sri Puttige Mutt is located in a village called Puttige in Udupi. Every mutt gets an opportunity to manage the activities of Sri Krishna Mutt for a period of 2 consecutive years. Sri Puttige Mutt takes charge of management of every 4th term. The Paryaya of Puttige Mutt will begin from the month of Jan 2024 till 2026, the month of January. We are very much blessed to have His Holiness Sugunendra Tirtha Swamiji and also His Holiness Sushrenda Tirtha Swamiji. Now I request Swamiji to be seated on the dais.
Forum when we are just talking, we have 2 gurus today before us. So one shloka of guru will not be sufficient. The second shloka, Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Guruve Namaha Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Krishna, Lord Shri Krishna, who is the Daiva that they worship day in and day out. So Chayayam Parijatasya Hemasimhasanopari Asinam Ambujashyamam Ayataksham Alankratam Chandrananam Chaturbahum Srivat Sankida Vakshasam Rukmini Satyabhama Bhyam Sahitam Sri Krishna Ashrayet. His Holiness Sri Sugunendra Tirtha Swamiji, along with the junior Swamiji that we have, His Holiness Sri Sushrendra Tirtha Swamiji, we from Adhumar Mutt, from the school, this is the organization, and on behalf of the management, the teachers and the staff, the most enthusiastic children that we have in this organization, we welcome you. And Subramanya Bhatt are offering flowers. Sarvagnya, sir. The token of our love. What you? Our school, headmistresses of high school, primary. Today has been very auspicious for us, where we are having the Swamiji's duo before us. And one thing which is common between Adhumar Mutt and Puttige Mutt is that first of all there is a great coordination between those 2 mutts. It was to some extent it is called as Dvandva Mutt. And now the best similarity that we are having is that both Swamijis, senior Swamijis, they have appreciated that the next generation has to be more educated in the worldly affairs. It is not that along with knowing Vedas and our Arsha Samskriti. That's how we are having in Adhumar Mutt our Ishapriya Tirtha Swamiji, who is an engineer, and here also we are having an electronic communication engineer with us in Sushrendra Swamiji. And with Arsha Vidya plus the technical Vidya together, and I feel this will already our Sugunendra Tirtha Swamiji has already made a niche in the country, in the world, he has made a niche. And with the support of the junior Swamiji, actually, he will further take it to the heights. Perhaps next Chandrayana or Marsayana, maybe Mars, perhaps that we will see that our Sanskriti through him, either himself or his Shishyas will take it over to the whole world. It is just like a satellite. From satellite, that it can be distributed better. Coming back, Puttige Sri took his sannyas at the age of his 12. When we as children, we were in 7th means 2nd standard at that time, now 3rd standard maximum. When people, the children would play pebbles, not even chinni danda, at that age he was given, he was anointed as the sannyasi, and then unfortunately his Guruji passed away very quickly thereafter, and at the age of 15 he had to take up this Paryaya Matha, and he had to handle the whole affairs for 2 years, along with his education in Arsha Vidya, that is the Veda, Shastras and all those things, were before with His Holiness Vidyamanya Tirtha Swamiji. Along with that, he had to take up administration and management of the entire kingdom. It is just like a kingdom actually. This Udupi is a kingdom for 2 years that he had to do. Udupi Puttige Mutt is one of the 8 mutts that were established by His Holiness Madhvacharya in 13th century. And then he anointed 8 Shishyas of his, including Puttige also. And then thereafterwards, in that lineage actually, Puttige Swamiji, now Swamiji, he comes as the 29th Swamiji. May I correct Swamiji? 30th Swamiji, 30th. He is 30th Swamiji. And then normally the teachings or preachings or management with earlier Swamijis were for 2 months, which was extended for 2 years. In the 2 years, Paryaya, what we call it, they are supposed to, or it is taken by themselves, that what all possible improvement that have to be done, not only in Udupi, in the whole world, for the peace of world, whatever has to be done, our Swamijis are taking care of that. Our Swamiji, Puttige Sri, he went slightly ahead. In 1995, he took a decision that I need not have to be confined. Those Shastris, they all said that actually that he should not go beyond seas. He took a bold stand. In 1995, he flew to US, and he always wanted to see that our children earlier generation, because of the brain drain, because they had no opportunities here, they have gone there, they have their children and they have their grandchildren, but they are lost of the Samskriti that we have in Bharat. Because Bharat is taken to be the spiritual center from not only by millions of years, perhaps it should be like that, millions of years in Ramayana, Mahabharata and all when we take it. So it is that one. And then here he established, by now he has established 9 mathas in USA. He has established 1 matha each in England, Canada and Australia, apart from having about 31 mathas in India. And how his achievements outside India are not much known, because he is not in favor of propagation about himself. He does not want anybody else to flatter him, anybody else to talk about those things, his achievements and other things. It has almost become just like a latent thing as far as he is concerned for us. In fact, to the small extent which I know, in 1995 when he went, in 1999 there was a world assembly of the Dharma Gurus all over the world, including Vatican, like that 167 countries they participated in 1999, and it was in Jordan. And at that time also, a small thing which I know is that Swamiji, by the time 95 he had gone, and up to 99 actually people were talking about his going out of India crossing the seas and all those things. It was negatively that was being talked. But outsiders, they have recognized his worth, his values, his spiritual values. In 99, he was called to attend that conference. When the king of Jordan called, that invited him, he said that I don't want to come. It is not that there was an opportunity and I just leapt on that. It is not like that. And he said that I am following certain rules and regulations. We are from different sect actually. When we come to Muslim country, actually when we just make Shankhanad in the morning and then we chant and all those things, then it will be, perhaps it will lead to some law and order situation also, that I will not come. Then again he was requested, no, all those things we will take care of that, your security and security of ourselves we are capable of taking, and why don't you come? Then also he had an objection. आप लोग मीट खाते हैं. And in those places, even if I am staying in a hotel, I can't stay in the hotel. If I have to stay in any house or something, and I will not be in a position to sanctifically do, I will not be able to do pujas. And then Naivedya, we have to cook food also. Though it is symbolic, we cook food and then we keep it for Naivedya of the Lord, and that also will not be able to do that, because in those places actually that you eat meat and you prepare meat and all those things, I don't want to come. Then it appears he was invited and he was told that there was one palace that was being constructed at that time. He said by the time that you come, almost it would be complete, and you will stay there, and you will in the new place actually that you can cook whatever that you want to cook, you can do puja, whatever that you want to do. That was the very cordiality that king also showed. This is his not giving up anything for the place or something, for the status or something. He also had his own conditions to go, and not that he went by on pant and shirts, as people would talk. Perhaps at that time they were talking how he would go and all those things. He went with the same dress. We had seen Gandhi. There afterwards we are seeing our Swamiji, who went in the same dress, and then he participated in the meeting where almost about 300 or 400 people, representatives of from 167 countries had participated. And what happened there? Putin was sitting next to him. There are photographs actually that will be shown later on. Putin was sitting next to him, whom he greeted and then told, Baba, from capitalism you have just opened the windows for spiritualism. That's what he commented. And after his speeches and all those things, there was election, and then he was nominated and he was elected as the president for the World Forum. Again, I know when 2007 or something, he had come here for Chaturmasya. He was sitting in Jogeshwari. At that time, there was a call that he has to attend the general meeting of that forum. It was in somewhere in Tokyo. I have forgotten the name of the city, but it was in Tokyo. Japan. And Japan, when I was also there actually, present with him, doing some seva or the other. And at that time also, when he was invited, he said that I am doing Chaturmasya. We are not supposed to stir out for these 40 days. We are not stirring out. So in my absence, you just have your meetings. So that general meeting, in that general meeting also for the second time, that he was re-elected unanimously by all the religious heads of the world. So that is his greatness. There are lists actually where when in one or two cities also where it is the custom even in US that they will give the key to the city, and at least two states had announced Sugunendra Tirtha Day and then given chutti to all school boys and girls and then teachers. Everyone was happy. In his name, perhaps they had a holiday for a day. It was declared as Sugunendra Tirtha Day outside India, and we hesitate here to do any such things in India. And perhaps after Vibhudesha Tirtha Ji is not there, that we praise him a lot. I don't know how much difficulty that he must have faced, how many must have understood what he was doing and all. That has been the custom in our country, that it has become a habit that when they are there, we don't have that values. After them, that we come to know about the values. And here is one person, here is one role model for us. Role model for not only for us, for all sannyasis also. And then he has made such a big name in the world. And he can just talk to anybody in a general assemblies. General assembly, he has given speeches in US. White House as well as in Australia. So that is the altar to which he has risen himself and then made us very proud. That is about our Sugunendra Tirtha Swamiji. And now he has taken up one more thing to see that at least 1 crore people all over India or internationally, they write Bhagavad Gita. Why it should be written? At least my father was telling always, he was a teacher like you, he was a good teacher. He used to tell that once you write, and it is just like 10 times reading actually. 10 times you read, and then 1 time you write, that is equal. May not be in my case. I had to write 100 times and then only I could understand that. Not like that. So he wants that it should be written. That is how he has taken Koti Bhagavad Gita Lekhana Yajna. He has taken as a abhiyan, and then he wants that every citizen in this, every house in our country should have Bhagavad Gita. Every person in this country should read Bhagavad Gita. He should write Bhagavad Gita. So that's how he has taken, and he is calling upon you all, including me, to write Bhagavad Gita. He has arranged to give you the books for reading, copying, and then for writing also. He is given, and then that is to be submitted by whoever writes to Udupi, or in our case actually that whoever will take that writing actually, that you will be submitting to us, and then we will submit to Udupi. During his paryaya, there will be yajna conducted, and thereafterwards that holy book, it becomes a holy book for you to keep it in your worshipping room, along with other photos that we keep it, along with gods that we propitiate there. And then that will be available not only to you, to your children. Sometimes as we sit, that album and all those things we take it and sit, and then we spend hours together on that one album. Bahut acha lagta hai that when it is like a memoirs like that. And this book actually, when it is given, it will be with you in your family, and your grandchildren or great grandchildren, when they read that one, they will be more happy. Make them more happy. That's what I'm telling. Not only for you, you are writing for the progeny. One thing is that there is a dissemination of Bhagavad Gita, and then you are leaving it as a legacy also, legacy of that good sanskara to your children. Balance all other things that he will be, Swamiji, I leave it to Swamiji to talk about that. And at the same time, about Sri Sushrindra Tirtha Swamiji, I have not learned much except telling that he is so educated. We all have some question about him, and then that question is that why you became sannyasi at this age? What made you to that? Who triggered it? And what triggered? And then why did you go for BE if you had to go for sannyas? Somebody must have lost one seed there. So was it required? And it is required. We have been seeing now that most of the technical people, as engineers and doctors also, they are just coming into administration, and then as becoming saints also. We have seen many examples. No? I mean, the Swaminarayan cult, as well as here, and then ISKCON and all those we are seeing. And then it's a welcome move actually. But still, while he addresses us, he can give some answers to those questions. Okay. Number three, with books, our children have already taken books, purchased. And then not only the children, our Sarala madam took an initiative to see that when pre-primary children cannot write, and who should write, whether I or he should write, she said no, our parents will write. There are young parents I am seeing here. Bhagavad Gita in writing actually doesn't stop with the child. It should go to home basically, so that when you are writing, at least there are 4 persons who are the spectators at least. Or while writing actually loudly you just spell it and then write it. So that everybody in the neighborhood or within your family, whosoever are there, they will hear at least, and they also get interested in that. Shankara Bhagavad Pada says in Bhaja Govindam, Bhagavad Gita, Kinchidadhita, Ganga Jalalava, Kanika Pita, Sukradapi Yena Murari Samarcha, Kriyate Tasya Yamena Nacharcha. Yama will not, Yamadharma we know who he is. As far as when he wants to take us, then he is a bad character. Otherwise, he is one of the gods. And then he also will not think, he will not hesitate, and he will not think that where you should go, you will go to only heavens, it is said. When it said that Bhagavad Gita kinchidadhita, it is not that you will have to open that book and read one or two sentences, one or two shlokas, and that is sufficient even to be in heaven. बाद में देखेगा, heaven से वापस आएंगे, फिर मुक्ति में जाएंगे. So that is not the case. When Bhagavad Gita, adhita means adhyavasan karna, abhyas karna. Abhyas means whatever that you read, please understand. Discuss with people if you don't understand, and thereafterwards you make it a point to practice it also. Once you start reading that one, actually you need not have to do anything. That Bhagavad Gita, Krishna sitting in that one only will say that what is to be done there afterwards. You get more interested in that. You yourself more interested. You will share our experiences. Once you people start writing, maybe halfway also we can discuss, or even after your writing is complete, we can discuss lot of experiences, a lot of good experiences that you will have. So please take initiative. Not only you just spread it to your neighborhood also, in the neighborhood also. Lastly, today is Ekadashi day. Along with books, Swamiji would be blessing you all, and he has his own conditions also while writing what you should do earlier to that, what you should do later. But along with the books and other things, each one will have a banana today. There is no other tiffin that is possible because it is an Ekadashi day. Our Ekadashi day is Ekadashi, not Ekadishi. That is one. And in this connection, I will tell you a story also, a small story, and then I will finish it. I will not bore you too much. Once, actually, like Sugundendra Tirtha Swamiji, he had given pravachan somewhere. He was just talking about Ekadashi. More than that, our junior Swamiji talks more about Ekadashi and Ambarish story, that which I have heard. And then he was telling that Ekadashi day nobody should eat. There were certain monkeys. Monkeys also heard about that. You will feel surprised, but when he was spreading, he was in the lecture in Bhopal or something, I do not know the city. I have seen the figures. Huh? Bhubaneswar. Bhopal B tha. Bhubaneswar, when he was just releasing it and he was talking about Lekhana Yajna, a monkey came and then fondly sat with him. He tried to give his mic also to that. It moved it aside and you would speak and I will only hear. It sat there only. So monkeys because it is our immediate generation, we are from that. So immediate connection is there, our relative, there is a great relative of ours. So those monkeys also, one monkey saw and then there were several monkeys. It called an assembly of monkeys, some 25-30, and they took a decision. Yes, today we have heard Sugundendra Tirtha Swamiji telling about Ekadashi. It is so spiritual about that, and he has talked about it, so we should do Ekadashi today. Ekadashi means what? We will not eat anything. Okay, they all decided that tomorrow morning onwards we will not take anything. That was, next day was Ekadashi for them. So then what they did, they sat for a while as monkeys, they were restless. Then they thought for tomorrow we will make some arrangement only at least. We can do arrangement, no? Tomorrow morning, maybe it starts at 12:01. They had some watch or clock or no, I don't know. 12:01. So we can eat it. So they said, what is to be done? They went to a garden where plantain trees were there, horticultural, big, good garden. They saw that good ripe bananas were there. Then they said that we'll sit here only, wait till 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, and then have plantain. And they were interested more in Dwadashi than in Ekadashi. So they went there, that Ekadashi day, they went there, and then one another monkey said, so why don't we just pluck it and keep it with us? Every monkey went and plucked one and kept it, one or two, I don't know. They plucked and then they kept it ready for eating next day. And then thereafterwards, for some time, they said, one more monkey, they said, why don't we peel it out? हंस निकाल के रखेंगे so that द्वादशी चालू हुआ immediately खा जाएंगे. Because there is a sanctity in eating, or we are doing that Dwadashi Parayana and all those things at a particular time in the morning itself. So at that time we can just eat it. They took out the husk and other thing, kept banana. Then could you stop them in eating? Ekadashi was clear that don't do Ekadashi. Once you take it as a vrata that you will do Ekadashi, please don't follow our great grandfathers. So let us have our own thoughts about that and our own benefits that we know, that health benefits. So that is about Ekadashi. With this, I feel that I have enough bored you, and I will hand over mic to our one more person that I have to introduce you, Swamiji. Our Rishi, Satya Rishi. He is Satya Rishi Vishwesha Uska Kinkar. He is a person who was in a high office in a pharmaceutical company, and thereafterwards he resigned that, and then or he lost it, whatever it is, and then he went to Naimisharanya, studied Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavat, Vedas, and all those things for almost 12 years, and thereafterwards now he is joining our team here to teach Nitya Pathas as well as Bhagavad Gita to our children. With this, actually, what I did not do, because you are already seated comfortably, I did not welcome you, and that Mrs. Aparna had already done it for me, and then I thank you very much, because thanking is not done after Swamiji talks, Swamiji's speech is over. So even earlier to that, I thank you all for being here, leaving all other words, whatever that you had. I am not talking about our children whom we had summoned to be here. Parents, I thank you very much for having come and taken initiative. And Swamijis, you have seen the exuberance with which actually that our children greeted you. That is all the handiwork of our teachers. So thanks to one and all. Thanks to my favorite friends from management who have come all the way from wherever they are. They have come from distance. Distance is a big matter in Bombay, and still they have come here to have darshan of our Swamiji. And perhaps that Bhagavad Gita Lekhana Yajna has dragged, Sankarshana Kriya ho gaya, that it has dragged everyone here. And I thank you everyone. Thanks a lot.
Vasudevaya Vasudeva Vishveshwara Adipurusha Aparamparaha Alekha Purushaya Namaha. By the grace of ultimate and Almighty Lord Krishna, I am not finding the proper words to express my gratefulness towards this organization, towards Rao sir, towards all my respectable persons, and towards Swamiji. I am not finding any appropriate word on my all that sensations, so that I can be in a proper position to tell what to express here. But it is not a matter to tell you that I was the chief zonal manager in a French company, Cryoval Systems, for the Human Reproduction and Research Division. So that chapter closed due to the very unmatchable grace of Lord Krishna in the Corona period. And I again, after getting my, I have already done my Vedas and all that courses from Brahma Vigyan Pitham Naimisharanyam. I again come in the feet of Lord Krishna, and I feel myself in a position that it is a direct grace of God towards me, that in the name of giving education to the children, Srimad Bhagavad Gita chanting, I'm enjoying my ever best days of my life. I can't calculate, I can't evaluate, I can't say anything in this connection. And by the glimpse of my Param Pujya Swami Ji, both Swamijis, Sugunendra Tirth Ji Maharaj and Pushpendra Tirth Ji Maharaj, I will think that there should be some positive creation. You should have some 1 foot ahead to march in the way of your sattvic life. Please have a very important vow. Take a vow today to have a sattvic life, to propagate Sanatana, to live with Sanatana, and to enlight it up to which level you can for the welfare of the mankind and the humanity. A lot of thanks to you in this connection. Thank you. Om Namo Narayana.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Jananam sukhabodhaya yashase vimalaya cha ashirvachanametesham prarthaye vinayanvita. I humbly ask for the blessings of His Holiness Swamiji to attend a brilliant success in our life. So now I request Swamiji to please bless us with the words of knowledge.
हनुमान् जगतामधीशम् अदर्शयत्तालगतिः कपर्दे ननर्तगोपालकबालमौलिः वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं व्यासाय भवनाशाय श्रीशाय गुणराशये हृद्याय शुद्धविद्याय मध्वाय च नमो नमः। प्रथमो हनुमन्नाम द्वितीयो भीम एव च पूर्णप्रज्ञस्तृतीयस्तु भगवत्कार्यसाधकः तपो विद्या विरक्त्यादिसद्गुणौघाकरानहं वादिराजगुरून् वन्दे हयग्रीवपदाश्रयान्। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। Offering my Sashtanga pranams to Vibhudesha Tirtha Swamiji and Sugunendra Tirtha Swamiji. It gives me great pleasure to be here, because after I took my sannyasa diksha, for 5 years I was in Hiradka, Puttige. But the vibe what I saw here, it gives me great pleasure and a lot of energy with these kids performing, showing their enthusiasm. Usually when people grow, usually we tend to forget the energy what we have. But ideally when we are among the children, the energy is got back. So ideally today I feel a lot of energy being among all of you. I should say it is my first, after sannyasam, it is my first visit to such a institution where I was always among before I took sannyas ashram, I was also a part of NGO where I was doing lot of teachings to children, like as Bhagavad Gita and Niti Paths. So it feels home when I am here. I thank all of you. You have got me a lot of memories, which was, it is not lost, it is somewhere in the nook and corner of the mind. But when we are among the like minds, it is always gotten out. So since N.R. Rao asked me to tell what got me to this, so I would, as a kid, I always wanted to do Krishna Puja. So then I was not knowing, like when I was a kid, I was regularly going to Krishna Mutt. I was seeing puja, and I always wanted to do puja, but never expressed it. But as time passed, I pursued my engineering. I got to work. I worked for about 10 years in Bangalore, and things were going, but still I was always in touch of the mutts. I was regularly visiting Mutt, and I was offering my prayers, but somewhere I wanted to offer my puja to Lord Krishna, but I never had plans of taking the ashram, and there is a lot of procedure to offer puja to Lord Krishna. I didn't think in those aspects, but still somewhere deep down I always wanted to offer my puja. Things were moving, and Guruji didn't know me personally when he gave me sannyasa ashram. It was only that, every year for the past 6 years before I took the ashram, every year I used to visit Puttige Mutt in Bangalore for the Mudra Dharane. That's all I knew him. Obviously, since he was the Pitadipati then, we all know. We know Swamiji, Namaskar. We all, talk in favor. But he has so many bhaktas, he never knew me. Days passed, and once randomly, somehow, Jatak of mine was with him. And I was very honored to meet him. And I traveled, in the Bangalore itself I met for the first time. I met him, and he just had a word, and he didn't tell me about, why he had called. He just told that, I just wanted to meet you, and we met. Another couple of days later, he again gave me a call and asked me to come to Udupi. Then it was a weekday. So weekday holiday, it was very difficult then when we are working in a corporate. So somehow I told I'll come this Saturday. I was not there in Bangalore as well, I was in Delhi. So I told him, okay, then he told Saturday, okay, you come. So I came and I met him in Padigar. So he told, I have around 10 Jatakas finalized I'm going to give Shishya. So I have some 10 Jatakas finalized. I also want to see if you are interested. So I told, I was not having my Jatak. I told, no, I am not very sure whether I'll be suitable for this. He had already got my Jatak and he had already evaluated it. And he told, yeah, I have seen it. If you are interested, let me know. So that was an opportunity. I thought, okay, why I should tell, I will see and all. Okay, I told, okay, but I want some time to think. And then I told, okay, and I left to Delhi again. So he told, very soon I am going to give. But I told him I want 3 months time. There are notice period which should be served. I cannot just abruptly, vanish from the place where I am working. And he was okay. Okay, it is okay. You go and do your things. I'll let you know once it is finalized. Then he didn't tell me that I am going to give ashram to you. I have some 10 Jataks. I am also considering you. We'll see what will happen. Then I flew back to Delhi and I continued my work. A month later, again he called me and told there are 3 Jataks which is finalized. One is you. I just wanted to meet you again. All these things, I didn't tell in the house initially because it was not finalized. Again, it is unnecessary talks and arguments which I was expecting. So then this happened, and after a month he called me. He told, okay, this is almost getting finalized. So you resign in the place where you are working and come. Still I didn't believe. I was resigning without a job in hand, or I thought, okay, I told, okay, once it is final, you let me know. So next week, Friday he called me and told, I want to meet you. Told, okay, like that, a couple of times I have met him. So like this is also some casual meet. I came down on Saturday. I met him. He told, I'm going to give the ashram to you. I was very surprised and I was shocked. I told, okay, 3 months I want time. So Monday I'll go back to Bangalore. I'll offer my resignation and 3 months I have to serve because I had taken lot of responsibilities then. My team was, there was a recession going on within the team. So I had reduced my team from, like I had 12 people working. So I had reduced and there were only 3-4 working. So I had lot of responsibilities. I told, okay, 3 months time, I'll go back on Monday and I'll see. I mean, I'll give the resignation and transfer. I'll do the KT and all those. He didn't tell me anything. In the evening, he called me and told, Monday I'm giving the ashram. I was shocked. I told, I just signed a big contract Friday evening before I left my office premise. I signed a big contract and I am the one who has to drive it, and there is no other competency which was available at that time in my team. So I mean, they do that, and anyways, these and all are not necessary. Once you take this, you somehow manage. Monday is the day. I told in the house, I have not told. Monday is fine, this I can manage, but in the house, then he immediately told, I'll talk to them, you ask them to come to the Mutt. So Sunday I went, but I was, house somehow I had, I thought, okay, in the house somehow I can manage, but not in the office place, because corporate doesn't work that way. I told, okay, then next day I went. I still had hopes that I'll convince Guruji that, some 3 months you give. After 3 months, you give the ashram or whatever the procedures are there. But he was like, no, there are no dates. I mean, the muhurtam is not there. So it has to be Monday itself. So it is on Monday. So he spoke to my parents and there was little discussion. But then it was a great opportunity, because not even in crores one get it. So when Guruji told that, take the ashram, you can do service to humanity, service of seva to Lord Krishna. It was a great opportunity, and eventually in the house they agreed. I was okay. I was like, okay, I have got a great opportunity and I am going to take it. But still I had little tensions about the office. So he told, I mean, this and all, anyways, after once you take this, the opportunity what you have got here is nothing. Consider what in the office what you do. I mean, it is nothing. It is shunya. So you concentrate more on this. I didn't have then I didn't have enough courage to call to my boss and tell that I am not coming, because Friday evening itself I had given a big lecture to take the project. I told I am going to manage everything, don't worry, because ideally, since we didn't have competency, that project was not supposed to come to us. But still I wanted that project to be taken, and I told him I will take care of everything, you don't worry. It was a huge project. Then I didn't have the enough courage to go and tell him that I am not coming. So I waited. Monday was the first time. There was 3 days ceremony. Monday the ceremony started, the procedure started of taking the ashram. So Monday, Tuesday, I think Wednesday was the Pattabhisheka. By then it was all around the media. So then after everything was done, Wednesday evening I called him. I told I'm not coming anymore to work. I sent him the link of where what the sannyas ashram is. He is a Christian. He was a Christian ideally. But he was, because he had great respect towards, all these customs and all. So ideally, initially he told, you have, the big project what I had taken was only because you told you wanted to do it. Now, since you are not there, but with the grace of Lord Krishna, the immediate colleague who had left before me, with the grace of Lord Krishna, he came back to the team, and then there everything was smooth. So when Krishna wants something to be done, so there is no stoppage. Ideally, everything will fall in place. So that was the thing. The sannyas ashram, it was there, and Guruji asked me that for 4 or 5 years you have to stay in one place. I was very confident of staying in one place and pursuing my studies. But somewhere my well-wishers were like, it is very difficult for you to stay in one place, because I was always traveling. In a week, before I took sannyas ashram, I was every week I was regularly traveling to Delhi, Chennai, Bangalore. In a week I used to travel all the 3-4 places. So it was a routine for me for a year, last 1 year before I took sannyas. So they were like, this is very difficult for you to stay, but with the grace of Guru and Krishna, I was able to do it. It was not with difficulty I was able to do it. It was with ease I was able to do that. Ideally, when I see all of you, I would say, if Krishna wants to have something out of you, we should only, when the opportunity hits us, we should be open for it, and everything will fall in place. So this is, the story what N.R. Rao asked for, and this is how it was. It had happened. I just wanted to tell a small story and conclude my words. It is always that, it gives me great pleasure to see all these kids chanting Bhagavad Gita, and all these kids, have characterized themselves to know a lot of things about Puranas, Vedas, and the Hindu customs. I just wanted to give a tip to the kids wherein, the habit. I was just going through the book which N.R. Rao had, the moral stories or the yuktis. I was just going through the habit thing. When H goes, a bit remains. When A goes, a bit remains. When B goes, it remains. So habit is something, which is very, very important. I would like to tell a small story about it. Once there was a very poor man. So he wanted to get rich. So he asked so many astrologers to how to get rich. So one astrologer told, there is a treasure in an unknown, no man island. So you will have to travel. It is in the mid of the sea, and there is a stone. There is a diamond-like stone which offers you any boon you ask for, but you will have to search for it. So, he listens to the astrologer, and since he wanted to get rich, with all the difficulties, whatever savings he had, he traveled to that island. It was a very tough journey. He had to cross rivers, oceans. There was a lot of thunderstorms in the ocean, but still somehow he managed, and he reached the place. To his surprise, there was lot of stones. It was, I would say, the island was full of stones. With all those stones, he had to search for the stone where it gives him boons. So he started doing it. Day one, he started checking for the stone. The astrologer had told how the stone is, how it looks like, and he knew, by looking at it, this was a stone which offers me whatever I ask for. So daily, day one, he started evaluating the stones. He saw one stone, no. He threw. Second day, third day, for years together, he started to evaluate the stone, and this is not the stone I am looking for. He was throwing that to the ocean. So years passed. Ideally, couple of years, 5 years passed, and one day, when he was evaluating stone, he got this stone where astrologer told, this stone is going to make you rich or give you boon whatever you ask for. So he was very, very happy to see the stone. So this is the stone where the astrologer told, or where the Pandit told that, this is going to offer me everything I ask for. He was very happy, he was overwhelmed, and he was having stone in the hand. So he was about to make the boon. He threw it to the ocean. He knew this is the stone which I am looking for years. But still, without his knowledge, he also threw the stone to the ocean. So what does this imply is, for 5 years he had been evaluating every stone on the island, and this is not the stone I am looking for. He was throwing it to the ocean. When the opportunity came, though he knew that this stone is the one which I am looking for 5-10 years, still with the habit what he was doing for last 5 years, throwing the stone to the ocean, this stone also, though he knew everything, he was like, when he was evaluating, he was very conscious that this is the stone I am looking for. But still, the habit what he had cultivated for over years, that okay, this is not the stone, I am throwing it to the ocean, that took over his conscience. So that is the reason when we start to do something very regularly, we should be very careful of what we are inculcating within ourselves. That is why always we will have to inculcate good habits within us. The moment, couple of days we start doing, you are supposed to say that you are getting up at 6 a.m. daily. So some long holidays you got, midterm holidays. Soon you are going to get midterm holidays. So now there is no school. So let me get up at 8 o'clock. So the holidays you start getting up at 8 o'clock. When school starts, 6 o'clock you cannot get up. It is very difficult. Though you will, again by practice, again you will have to come to school. You have no other option. So again you start getting up at 6. That is a different story. But the difficulty, once a habit is habituated within us, it is very difficult to change it. Like how this man, though he knew the value of the stone, he still couldn't stop him from throwing it to the ocean. That is why all you kids, when we are kids, what habits we inculcate within ourselves is very, very important. That is why always they don't inculcate bad habits. Always your teacher always tells, or the guru always tells, don't inculcate bad habits. What bad habits? Today only I am doing this. Only today I am sleeping till 8 or 9. Why is mom or dad or teacher, one day I am doing this, they are not recognizing for the past so many months I am doing this. Today one day I am getting up late, they are telling you are getting up late, don't do this, don't do this. Because they have experienced, how the one day can spoil the entire efforts what we have put. So that is why I recommend you that, always inculcate good habits within you, respect your teachers, and I have seen so many good things what is happening. Also ensure that, this is carried as you grow old as well, because in school, whatever we do, when we go to high school, this primary teachings are lost. When we go to college, this high school teachings are lost. So ideally this is not supposed to be like that, because once you go to the higher grades, no one is going to teach as your teacher teaches you now. Then once you go to high grades, you will not be in a position to listen also, and they will not have time to teach you all this. So inculcate good habits within you, do Guru Bhakti, Shastra instructs you, Matra Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Athithi Devo Bhava. So these are the teachings which we might feel it is nothing, but the small habits what we inculcate is going to tomorrow tell us who a person is. Ideally, what we will have to do daily namaskar to our mother, our father, our guru. So what is it going to do? So it is tomorrow when you grow old, it is going to define you. How you are. Oh, this is he was a good boy, or he is a good man. So to become a good man, you should be a good boy now. So I sincerely pray Lord Krishna to bless you all with a lot of good habits and lot of good thoughts, and I appreciate the good work what all you teachers have done here, and I pray Lord Krishna to bless you all. Krishna Arpana.
His Holiness Sugunendra Tirtha Swamiji to guide us.
आपादमौलिपर्यन्तं गुरूणाम् आकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथाः. श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. First of all, I am offering my respect to Sri Vibhutesha Tirtha Swamiji, and who is my guru and also my godfather. And I studied in his matha, and also I was very close to him, and he was offering his affection on me like anything. So that I am very glad to remember him, especially in the day of his Aradhana. Just yesterday we had the Aradhana of Sri Vibhutesha Tirtha Swamiji, so that just today we are coming here, his institution. So we remember more and we offer our respect to Sri Vibhutesha Tirtha Swamiji. Not only for me, thousands of people, they are blessed by him. That is why I am offering my special respect to Sri Vibhutesha Tirtha Swamiji, who is the model for all Swamijis and who is inspiring all Swamijis. So I am very glad to remember him and to visit his institution here. And also his Shishya, Sri Vishwapriya Tirtha Swamiji, he is my classmate and we studied together in his matha. That is why I am very glad. And also I am having the good relationship with the new Swamiji, Ishapriya Swamiji. So he was the first Swamiji who was engineer. After that I selected my Shishya as engineer. So he was the inspiration. That is why I pay respect to Sri Vishwapriya Swamiji, and also I appreciate the efforts being made by Sri Ishapriya Swamiji also. I am very glad to come here since I am coming here from 48 years. First time during 1975 I visited this site, and Vibhutesha Tirtha Swamiji brought me here, and that was the first Pariyaya, and he welcomed here. First time I was also like a student here. When I came here, I was 14 years old. So he brought me and he showed everything here, and since that day several times I have come here and visited this institution, so that I am very much attached to this institution and I feel at home and I feel this is mine. I am very glad to visit again in connection with our fourth Pariyaya here. So I appreciate the growth of this institution, how it is growing up year by year. So I am very much proud of this institution. So I pray Lord Krishna to bless this institution and all the students and staff here. This time I am very glad to come here to propagate Bhagavad Gita also. So next year, January 18th, we are going to have the opportunity to serve Lord Sri Krishna for 2 years in Udupi Krishna temple. In connection with that, we have started a new program called Koti Gita Lekana Yajna, where 1 crore devotees, they are copying whole Bhagavad Gita and they are going to offer those books to Lord Krishna in Udupi during the period of 2 years. So I am very glad to introduce that Koti Gita Lekana Yajna here also in this holy institution. This is not only the school or college, but it is Gurukula. our Poornaprajna institution is not only like modern school, it is based on the spiritual values. That is why I appreciate this kind of schools everywhere. And Sri Upadesha Tirtha Swamiji, he was giving the more importance for culture and our heritage and our spirituality. That is why I am very glad to introduce this Koti Gita Lekhanajna here. And also I am very glad that already you have enrolled 1,000 books already you have booked, and 1,000 students they are following this Bhagavad Gita. That is why I am very glad to appreciate your bent of mind on Bhagavad Gita. If you are reading Bhagavad Gita, then only your education will be considered as completed. If you delete Bhagavad Gita, your education will be not completed. That is why Gita is the most important text one should read and one should follow. All other things are only for this life. So whatever we are learning now, it is only for jobs and leading for this life. But if you go through Gita, it is not only for this life, but life after life also, next birth also, it will be useful for us. That is why Gita is the first grantha one should read and follow. That is why I am very glad to propagate Bhagavad Gita everywhere, especially in the among all students here. So Bhagavad Gita is considered as a GPS. You know the GPS, in the car we have the GPS. It will guide us to where to go, how to go. It's all the time it is instructing us, take left, take right, like that. So Gita is the GPS for our whole life. So if you insert Gita in your mind, it will guide you what to do, what to not, and how to go and how to reach our goal of the life. That is why without GPS, if you travel, it is very difficult for every person. If you are having the GPS, then your journey will be very easy. Like that, if you are having Bhagavad Gita in your hand, then you can lead your life very successfully and without any hindrance. That is why we wanted to distribute Bhagavad Gita to everyone as the GPS for the life for every person. So I am very glad all of you are very much interested to follow this Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita is the one scripture which is for everyone. It is not only for Hindus. Many people, they think that Bhagavad Gita is considered as the Hindu scripture, but it is not. It is for every person, every human being. Krishna taught this message, particularly for all the students. If you follow the Gita, then you will be more benefited. Because nowadays the biggest problem in the world is growing the stress level. Everywhere we see the stress level is growing up day by day. Even children, small children, they have the BP and sugar. They have the stress, and all the time they are tense. Because this kind of lifestyle is creating tension in every person. To solve that problem, the only solution is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is teaching us how to control our mind, how to keep our mind all the time with peace of mind. That is why it is very much necessary for every person, because now all our inventions, all our developments are creating more tensions. After the introduction of mobile, everyone is tense because it is creating more tension. No one is having peace of mind because all the time it is disturbing us. So in that situation, to maintain the peace of mind and to have the mental strength, you should go through Bhagavad Gita. That is why Bhagavad Gita is more relevant than any other time. This is because of this situation. That is why we recommend all students and all people to follow Bhagavad Gita to maintain your mind tranquility and the mind all the time stable. That is why Gita is needed not only for Hindus, it is needed for every person and every human being. That is why all the great people, they recognized this. Even Gandhiji, he said, Gita is inspiration for me. And all scientists, scientists, they declared, we got the inspiration from Bhagavad Gita. And I went to Singapore 5 years back. The government of Singapore invited me to inaugurate International Gita Conference. I was surprised why this government is propagating Bhagavad Gita by this conference. And in that conference, the Minister of Education, he declared, he clarified this point. He said, we are propagating Bhagavad Gita. Though we are secular government, we are very much interested to spread Bhagavad Gita everywhere, because we don't consider Bhagavad Gita is sectarian. It is not sectarian. It is for every person. It is world's order. It's a world's guide. If you follow the Bhagavad Gita, this world will be survived and developed. That is why we wanted to propagate Bhagavad Gita every nook and corner of the world. They declared. They said, we don't consider this is the scripture of Hindus. It is not Matiya Grantha, but it is Sanmatiya Grantha. They said it is boosting the Sanmati and goodness in every person. That is why we are propagating Bhagavad Gita everywhere. The founder of the nation, Singapore, the beautiful nation, small and beautiful nation, the founder of the nation, look at you. When he, in the inauguration ceremony, these press people, they asked the question to him, what is the inspiration behind this big achievement? Then suddenly he said, it is Bhagavad Gita. Because of Bhagavad Gita, I could build this beautiful nation. The Gita is giving inspiration for all big people, all great people we can see everywhere. Nowadays, even psychiatrists, they are propagating Bhagavad Gita. They are conducting counseling and for their patients. What they do, they study Bhagavad Gita in the house, and then they come to the hospital, they preach Bhagavad Gita only. By that Bhagavad Gita, they are curing the disease, mental diseases of their patients. And also even management gurus, they are propagating Bhagavad Gita only. Bhagavad Gita is teaching how to manage the company, how to bring up the company. That is the message given in Bhagavad Gita. That is why last year we had the one big conference in California, San Jose. We invited all the CEOs of IT companies, and we had the session about how to make our company double profited and in the light of Bhagavad Gita. And we were we had a very good conversation and very good points. And I noticed that if you follow Bhagavad Gita, if you take the class of Bhagavad Gita to your employees, you can bring up your company like anything. How you can do? Because nowadays what we are doing, when we are working all the time, we are not thinking about the work, but we are thinking about the salary. All the time, whether I am going to take the salary, whether I am going to get the salary or not, how my salary should be increased, and what is the benefits I can get. All these things are going on in our mind, so that our power is reduced to work more. Krishna says, don't think your salary and all. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phalayeshu kadachana. I am going to take care of that. So whatever you have done, in return, whatever you should get, I am going to take care of that. Just you concentrate on your work, then you will be done. If this message is carried out, then all the people, they can produce more, double. They can work more. Then it is rest assured, Krishna is going to take care of us. Then the company may come up like anything. So this is the message Krishna has given in Gita. Like that, all walks of life people, they can follow Bhagavad Gita and they can improve their life. Even students, if they follow the Gita, they can do more. The main problem of students is exam. In the exam hall, everyone is shivering and everyone is sweating. Like Arjuna. In the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna, how he acted, he was about to run away from that. At that time, Krishna has given this Bhagavad Gita. And this Bhagavad Gita inspired him, and he got the strength again. Then he fought against Kauravas, and he won the battle. The same thing we are all Arjuna in exam hall. When we enter into exam hall, our body starts to sweating and hand is shaking like that. In that way, situation, if you remember Bhagavad Gita, then you are going to get more strength and you can win the exam. That is the message of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, don't be hesitate and don't have any fear. Whatever comes in and whatever you are facing, you tackle that and nothing to worry. That is the message given by Sri Krishna in Gita. If you practice this message in the battlefield of exam, you can win the exam and you can procure the marks more. That is why every time students, they are very much into tension when the exam starts. Some students I have heard, so that day, in the day of exam, what they do, they go to temple and pray. They say, let Rashtrapati should die today because our exam should be postponed. Like that, in that situation, more students they are thinking. But if you follow Bhagavad Gita, nothing to worry. All the time you will be ready to face any kind of consequences, any kind of situation. That is why Bhagavad Gita is giving the strength, mental strength for everyone. One should have and one should follow the Gita. That is why we decided to propagate Bhagavad Gita everywhere so that everyone should be strengthened. In that way, whole society will be strengthened and nation will be strengthened. That is why we started Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna, where 1 crore people, they are writing whole Bhagavad Gita, and in the end of that, they bring that book to Udupi and offer those books to Udupi Sri Krishna. And then we are going to give back the same book to the devotee who wrote that Bhagavad Gita, and he should bring that book to his house and keep that book in the puja room. And every day one should worship that Gita, handwritten book, every day, and later his children and grandchildren, like that in the family, throughout the family, Bhagavad Gita should be worshipped and everyone should get the inspiration from Bhagavad Gita. That is why we have started this Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna. I am very proud of you who are joining this Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna. We have fixed 2 conditions. Whoever is writing Bhagavad Gita, we have put 2 conditions. So when you start to write Bhagavad Gita, you should adopt the 2 conditions. The one of them is, if you are having any vices, bad habits, at least one of them should be given up in the name of Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna. At least you should try for that. And also you should adopt one new vratam, whatever possible for you, you should start one new vratam throughout the life. It is like hereafter I am going to read Bhagavad Gita, one adhyaya every day before taking food, or 10 slokas or 20 slokas, whatever possible. So you should adopt one diksha like that. Or you can say, I am going to propagate this Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna, I am going to give the diksha for 10 people or 20 people, 100 people, whatever possible. In that way you can adopt one diksha. And also you can say, I am going to support this Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna by donating my portion of income of month. Like that, whatever possible for a person, he should adopt one diksha before writing this Bhagavad Gita, and he should carry out that. And the second one is, or you can say any other diksha also. Some people, they can say, hereafter I am not going to quarrel with any person. No anger hereafter. If you take this kind of diksha, it will be more beneficial because you can have the peace of mind all the time. So in that way, any diksha, if you can afford, that diksha should be adopted. And also, everywhere we are recommending a new vratam, that is, hereafter I am not going to touch my mobile until I finish my puja. That will be the most beneficial diksha one can adopt. Because nowadays what we are doing, every person immediately after getting up, what we do, we open our mobile and read all the messages, then start to give the likes or dislikes and replying. By the time it is too late, then we say, oh, it is too late for my school, it is too late for my office, puja and everything will be postponed to weekend. But in that weekend we are going to get double messages and triple messages. We will not have any time to do puja or anything. To prevent this situation, if you adopt the new vratam that until I finish puja, I am not going to touch my mobile, it will be more beneficial. What you should do, once you get up, immediately you should take bath and do some puja. Then only you should open your mobile. Until that time, you should be switched off. If it is on, other people may call you. That is why this diksha will be, we recommend, it will be more beneficial for every person, whatever may be, but one should adopt one new vratam and he should follow throughout the life. Then he should start to write this Bhagavad Gita. This is the first diksha. The second diksha is the each one catch one. Whoever writing whole Gita, he should enroll one more person. That guy also should enroll another person. That guy also another person. Like that, it should go on like a chain, non-stop chain. In that way, 1 crore people should join. This is the second vratam. That is why we are providing books for everyone. This is the book for writing. This is the notebook specially designed for this Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna only. In this particular book only one should write whole Bhagavad Gita, and in the end of that he should bring this book to Udupi and offer this book to Lord Sri Krishna. And also this is the textbook Bhagavad Gita. We have published in all languages. It is in English and also in Sanskrit, Kannada, Hindi and Telugu, Tamil, Marathi. In all languages we have published these 2 books, and whoever is going to take the Diksha, we are providing these 2 books, and also we are providing the Diksha Sutram. This Diksha Sutram should be tied to his right hand, then he should start to write, because this writing is considered as yajna. In the yajna one should have the Kankana Sutra. If you have the Kankana Sutra, then you are going to get the full palam of yajna. That is why we are providing this Diksha Sutra to every person, and he should tie and write, then offer that books to Lord Sri Krishna. So, and also we are providing the extra form along with the book. That extra form should be filled with the address whom you are going to select. Then you should send that form through online to our office. Then from our office we are sending these 2 books and Diksha Sutra to that address along with another extra form. That guy also should fill up that extra form and send back to our office. Again we are going to send these 2 books and extra form to that address also. And along with that he should also do like that. He should go like a chain. So in that way 1 crore people should join, and they should get the blessings of Lord Krishna, and everyone should be inspired by the message of Bhagavad Gita. That is the motto behind this Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna. That is why we are telling that Ghar Ghar Gita, in every house Gita should be there. Graham Graham Bhagavad Gita, Prati Graham Bhagavad Gita. In every house Gita should be there. Then only everyone can lead their life with full of joy and happiness. That is why this Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna, worldwide propagation of Bhagavad Gita has been started. Since 1.5 years we are traveling all over the world and propagating, and lakhs of people already they have joined this sacred program. And many devotees, they are sending messages for us. They say, once we started to write Bhagavad Gita, all our wishes are full and are filled. And by the grace of Lord Krishna, some people they are telling that we are not only writing once, but we are writing 10 times, 20 times. Some people they are telling that for lifelong we are going to write whole Bhagavad Gita. That is the power of Bhagavad Gita one can witness. So we recommend all of you to join this holy Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna and be blessed by Lord Sri Krishna. And also our Swamiji, Sri Ubadesha Tirtha Swamiji also will be very much, he will be pleased by this holy program of Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna. That is why we are recommending this new program for you. And whoever is receiving this book, we will take your photo. That photo should be kept in your WhatsApp status. So all of your friends should come to know that you are writing Bhagavad Gita, and also they should join and they should get the book. That is why our motto is read Gita, write Gita, practice Gita, propagate Gita. Each one should write, each one should propagate Bhagavad Gita. That is the purpose of this Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna. I am very glad to recommend this Koti Gita Lekhana Yajna here, and also I am very glad to come to this institution of Poornaprajna. And Poornaprajna has become the model, and it is the brand now. Wherever Poornaprajna school is there, it is rated the first rank. So our Adamara Swamiji is running this Poornaprajna institution all over the India, and everywhere the name of the Poornaprajna institutions has been spread out like anything. If they see the name of Poornaprajna, students will rush like anything, and they wanted to join this institution. That is why I am appreciating this great achievement of our Guru. And also the name stands for Sri Madhvacharya. Poornaprajna means Sri Madhvacharya. Because of Madhvacharya is the greatest Guru in this world, and he is considered as wisdom of is the wonder of wisdoms. Sri Madhvacharya had given the new philosophy called Dvaita philosophy, where he is very much particular about the philosophy, and his philosophy is considered as the greatest philosophy in the world. So we are taking his name, that is why we are receiving his blessings also. That is why our Poornaprajna institutions are doing well. I hope the blessings of Sri Poornaprajna should be continued, and the blessings of Sri Videsha Tirtha also should be continued, and blessings of Sri Vishwapriya Tirtha Swamiji is also to be continued. I want to see this institution year by year growing up in new level and new height. I am very glad to come, and I am very glad to invite all of you to Udupi during our Pariyaya of 2 years. All students, 1,000 students should come here, and we can celebrate Poornaprajna Day in Udupi. And when you are offering these books to Lord Sri Krishna, I appreciate your bent of mind, and I appreciate your efforts for these good things. And I am offering my prayer to Lord Sri Krishna and Sri Poornaprajna to bless everyone here, especially our management team, and also our staff, faculty, and also students. I am going to offer my prayer to bless all of them.
Are distributed on your place.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್
Yes, yeah.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಓಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಟಚ್ ಹಾಂ ಓಕೆ ಎಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಸರ್